rather than someone having to tell you what to do. So we prepared the strategic plan that will make sense for you. So if you need to have an idea as to how to manage the document, manage the cooperative, you're going to have a strategic plan, which is this document. From my experience, what I've seen in the past is that businesses will get a consultant and they will come in and prepare a strategic plan that no one ever looks at all. So they pay big money for a consultant. They get a document, sometimes 30, 40 pages. It's full of information, and they only keep it at the desk. So they say I have a strategic plan, but no one can use it because the information there is either technical, has never been shared, and they don't know what to do. That's not going to be your case. So your case is, if you have a question, you have a document that you can refer to. So I've deliberately made it easy. If the person who's president resigns, the next person don't need to come and ask, what are we going to do? Because it's going to be, you think that's a good thing? Yes, of course. Very good. So let me share with you what's included. And this has not been finalized yet, but I'm basically sharing with you what's in here. So I'm starting off with an introduction, right? And I have not edited this document yet. So introduction, this strategic plan provides a roadmap for the successful startup and management of the Coconut Queens Cooperative. Coconut Queens, that's the name of the business. So I'm saying it's a roadmap. The document was prepared with two broad goals in mind. The first, to meet the requirements for the registration of the cooperative by the government's regulatory agency, governing the registration of corporations Antigua and Barbuda. And the second, to provide a roadmap for the members of the cooperative successfully operationalize and manage the cooperative. What does that mean? Use this document to know what to do on a daily basis. Am I making sense so far? And give me feedback and comments, right? The reader will find an easy to read, non-technical. So I'm keeping it very simple, I'm keeping it basic. Non-technical, user-friendly working document that is particularly created to meet the needs of its primary clients, the members of the cooperative who may lack technical skills and know-how to understand the key concepts and ideas that drive the statement, that drives the management decision process. So you don't have to be a university graduate to be able to use the document. You don't have to have a degree to use the document. It's created to make it easy to use. Am I making sense? All right. As it is now written, the reader will have a full understanding of the cooperative's vision, so you'll understand why you came together, vision, what you want to happen in the future, value, behaviors that will govern each person, and key issues and priorities, goals and objectives. What am I saying? As an organization, you will come together to discuss many matters. Some person will have one idea. This person will have one idea. Some will say go east. Some will say go west. Some will go north. Some will say go south. You have to decide what is the most important thing that we focus on as an organization. Am I making sense? You guys are with me? Yes. So you can have discussions and debate, but ultimately it is for the good of the whole and not for the good of the individual. Am I making sense? I'm going to help you with that process. So, and it also Coconut Queen. So when somebody says, okay, who are you? Right? So I've given you an introduction to the document. Each of you can have a copy. This is not something that stays in the office. Everybody have a cell phone, and you can send a PDF so that they can study it on their own. Am I making sense? Everybody on the same page. The Coconut Queens, who are we? The Coconut Queens is a legally registered cooperative in Antigua and Barbuda that is owned and managed by Garfield Joseph. By whom? By its members. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So the cooperative is owned and managed by its members. The cooperative is made up of all female farmers who are committed to the sustainable reforestation of the coconut palm on the island. The cooperative also exists to fulfill a common set of goals to its members to include, so what are we going to do? We're going to include agriculture-related services. That's a broad term because all of us may not be in the same area of agriculture. Am I making sense? Yeah. Part of the mission, right? Who we are. Include cheaper access to agricultural plants and supplies, all coming together to be able to give us access to supplies cheaper than we can buy individually. Is that a good thing? Yes. Yeah. Ongoing access to better training and technology. That's why we're meeting. I couldn't come here for one person every night, but I can come collectively. So you're here for training, and if there's new technology out there, then we can acquire the technology that will help you. And we also have a social corporate responsibility orientation. What does that mean? It says you got these donations because of the palm trees in Antigua were destroyed, we got these trees. That is social responsibility, doing good for the environment. So why who you are? Farmers who come together, who want to learn, who want to pool resources, and who also want to make sure they do good for the economy and do good for society. Right? The cooperative is open to other individual female farmers, right? So that's who we are. But you ask, okay, and we are stuck on who we are. We're good with female farmers. We're coming together to work together to put up farmers, and we learn and we grow. We help us support. Yeah, right? It's in this document. So you can always see it. Now, the mission piece. Every organization exists for a purpose. And the purpose is what we call the mission. Why are we here? Why do we meet here? Why are we coming together? Why have we come together? So we have the mission. And I've given you, keep it simple, sentences, bullet points, so you can see the mission. So the mission is to provide a broad range of products and services related to the coconut industry. And you notice the words, broad range. You do some meat processing, someone do something else, but you're all farmers. We provide a broad range so that it covers everybody. Am I making sense? You guys are tracking with me? And I just didn't say coconut trees. I said coconut related to the coconut industry. Because from coconut trees, we get many different things that are still a part of the industry. Our mission to improve the production, management.
From Chinese bamboo, please identify yourself.
Are we good?
Yeah, good.
To improve the production. So if we can help to improve production, management and marketing capacity of female coconut farmers in Antigua and Barbuda to meet the growing demands for coconut palms and other related products in the industry. They say, part of our mission is to help you do more. So when consumers want to spend more, we have availability. Am I making sense? All right. To use the most sustainable farming methods and technology to repropagate or to grow more coconut palms in Antigua and Barbuda. So we need to have sustainable development. And sometimes new methods may come, new technology may come, and you have to bring those into your farming practices. To increase household income and promote economic independence of female farmers. Somebody ought to say it. That's it. All of this, what's our mission? If ultimately we're not making your lives better by your making more money, then we would have failed. If the mission is to fly a plane from here, BC Bird International Airport, to get to Miami International Airport and the plane can't land, it crashed, then the mission has failed. My mission succeeded. If we have come here night after night, Mondays after Mondays, and you're no better off economically, then we have failed. That's why the mission is important. So when you discuss items, you ask how is it going to help our pockets by doing what we do. And the mission gives us a sense of purpose to say, hey, why are we here? Ultimately, when you where you go to say, you know what, this is a good idea because it's going to make us better. Are you guys with me? Yes. Very good. To enhance food security. Food security is the biggest in Antigua and the rest of the world. So if you have more plants that you can grow and grow and grow more, there's so much to get. You know, it's interesting. I have a dog and I went out this morning to feed him before coming to work. As I went out there, believe me, to feed the dog, mango, ripe mango, one ripe mango fell off the tree. Right at my feet. And I said to my wife, oh, mercy. Not even mango season. And this one mango dropped here. But can you imagine if I had a mango tree that could boost all year round? Isn't that something? That's food security. So we want to be able to help you to identify, to increase the growth and market your products and find ways of having products always available. Because here's what I would tell you. We don't have enough supply and people can demand. How do I know? Because I take containers every week to the Bodio at the supermarket. Sometimes I go there like that right now. Oh, you see how old I am. Right?
But you're right.
Yes. So there's demand, right? And so we also, as I understood it, had plants that are adaptable to climate change. They're more resistant to climate change. And to increase, why are we here? Why do we exist? To increase our awareness, to increase awareness of the contribution that female farmers are making in Antigua and Barbuda. So I've given you a list of reasons to help you to understand why you came together in the first place. It's not one thing or the other. These are a group of things. And also, with the good work you do, that's where ABS comes in. That is where the videos come in. To let people know that we have female farmers, Antigua and Barbuda, who can come together to work together, not just for personal benefit, but for the good of the country. That's why you exist. If somebody asks you why you do this, why you have this commitment, you can go to your little document. That's the mission piece, right? Now, what's the vision? So the mission is why you exist. The vision is how you see yourself in the future. What does success look like 5 years from now? The visions can change, but I give you something to contemplate. Our vision, I believe I shared some words like this before, to create the most successful cooperative in Antigua and Barbuda that serves the needs of its members and at the same time serve as a sustainable business model to improve the financial independence, social and economic growth and mobility of similar underprivileged groups across a wide range of industries. What am I saying in the nutshell? The vision of success is that in 5 years from now, people can point to you and say, that cooperative, this is what other cooperatives should look like and how they should behave and how they should be managed. And when you look at the members of these cooperatives, I see their business thriving. That's the vision that we have for this organization. Individual persons will grow more, sell more, make more money. Individual persons will be able to bring others and influence others to be a part of something great, something fantastic. And others will say, hey, you know what? We wish we have a cooperative that was operating like this. This is a model. This is the one I needed. Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because I know firsthand that fishermen cooperative cannot function And this matter has been tied up in court for decades, for years, can't function. And if one cooperative should be able to function, it's fishing, because plenty money is in fishing. And they don't fish it together. They fish individually, which means that there was something wrong with the way the organization was set up, and people did not have the same vision and the same mission. Am I making sense?
Yes.
So the mission is what keeps us together. The vision is what keeps us together. The vision and the mission is what tell us what we need to do and why we need to do it. Now, every business, you have your vision, your mission, but you have to have a certain kind of behavior. Behavior piece is critical. We call those our values. How do we behave? How do we interact with one another? How do we behave? What's right? What's wrong? Is it based upon office? Is it based upon the position? No, not at all. We should have these separate behaviors. One, values, behaviors, teamwork. Things that we work together. Oh, hallelujah. Need to work together, meaning not one person doing all the work. Oh, help me somebody. And the others are not doing anything but criticizing. That's not teamwork. Am I helping somebody today? So we need to work together, share the burden, because cooperatives, by their nature, it's about volunteering. It's not about payment. But there's a benefit for you. If the organization does well, they train you, they help you with supplies, cheaper costs, then you get some benefit. But teamwork is the name of the game. Do you know that directors in the credit unions, St. John's Cooperative Credit Union, Police Cooperative Credit Union, all of them are volunteers, even though it's a bank. You know that?
Yes.
Yeah. So we need to work together. We need to share the work. We need to have high standards and accountability. High standards. What does that mean? Can we wish-washy? Set some nice standards. You with me? Organize and help. Look, we all have strengths and weaknesses. The strong must help the weak. Take them under your arm. That's what work comes. Let me help you over here. Let me come and help you. That's what teamwork is all about. And have high standards. Do your best at all points in time. Those are the behaviors that we look for. And here's what I'm telling you. I tell you this. I will tell you this. Listen carefully. When I was the manager at KFC, I used to do some customer service. And I said this. Everything we're teaching you here, you want to go to university to learn it. You know, I want to university, you're learning it right. But you know the most important thing is to teach your children these things. That's my children. The things that you come and learn here, no one can take that away from you. And teach your children those values, how to work together. Those things matter sometimes more than the intellect that you have. Our students at universities, I give a project. By the time I finish giving them the project, 5 groups of 3, go case study. One person came to me and said, you know what? I can't work with that person. I said, in an organization, you don't get a chance to pick which employee comes in. You have to work with what? People. So you have to have teamwork, and people have strengths and weaknesses, and how do you work around that? So I'm giving you these dynamics because we are different. But more importantly for me is share it with your children. They want to have these same dynamics at school, growing up in the workplace, and so forth. It doesn't matter how smart you are, it's not your intellect that matters. It's your ability to work with other people. That's very important point, right? So value, high standards, get it right, do it right. excellence in all that we do, not mediocre. These are the coconut queens, behave like royalty. Hello, somebody. Am I making sense? You chose a nice name. I love that name. Coconut queens. You with me? Behave like royalty, set a good standard. Adherence to good governance. Hey, look, if you know it's illegal, if you know it's immoral, if you know it's unethical, don't do it. Those are my standards, those are my values. No minister, no big man can tell me to do anything that I know is illegal. I walk. You understand? Yes. And so if you have people who live by these values, you don't have people stealing money. Because their values will not allow you to do it. Am I making sense? Yes. So these are the values. So if you go to a meeting and persons are not behaving with these values, you don't have to curse. You guys listen, man, we agree to work together. Teamwork is a part of why we came together. Help me. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. We can always go back to the document. They can't blame the document. It's a great question. They will self-opt out. The culture will not allow them to stay. So if you have a culture, you have a hand? Yeah.
What I'm saying, like to everyone,
Yes.
is that everybody still have their own individual stuff.
Yes.
So they have to apply this
Yes.
to yourself.
Yes.
So it's all right to include the children because
Yeah.
come up to you,
Indeed.
they know exactly what this is
Yes.
a country, right?
Yes.
Too much black people own things and just
Yes. Good points. Good points. And listen, here's what I share with you. Remember, you also run a business, right? And you have competitors. And the more you work with people, and you know it's funny, you have to stone me, don't stone me. So, I believe in the laws of compensation. The Bible says, as a man was soil, so shall he what? Reap. If you have bad mind against you, not gonna work out. If you try to cheat the customer, so powdered tomato, you give him take out one because the skin ain't good on yet. Not gonna prosper. I believe in those values as a man, and not to scare. I drop it hard. That's it. Oh, have mercy. So values, because yes.
I have a particular restaurant
Yeah.
like my action.
Yeah. You like Aki?
If I have,
You like it? You say Aki? Oh.
eat a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah. So when her brother was running the restaurant, because he started,
Yes.
we never have that kind of last when she come up. We tell them have a strange show.
Yeah.
You know, I pick the akis for easy to be carried and
Yeah.
shell them up.
Yeah.
Leave them in the workers and make half one. Okay, we tell you, okay, can't understand this. For half the month, she give half the month. Now, 2 days ago, she get some akis from me, and I counted my akis. I know exactly what.
Yeah.
I gave her an hour. She called back and said she get 20, less 20. No, I asked all the workers. She wasn't there.
Yeah.
I asked all the workers, how I do much akis.
Yeah.
Can we wait? Because we never tell her listen.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
So a Jamaican girl come and show them how to count.
Yeah.
So I know that she don't know how to count the aki.
Yeah.
So she tried that 164. So I didn't tell anything to her not today carry back some aki and carry an extra because she's supposed 20.
Yes.
So I was telling her, I stood up here and watch you work on the aki.
Yeah.
So you can never come back to me again. And tell me you owe me nothing because that's what you spoil the one thing because no, we don't get extra one day.
Yeah.
She said, yeah. But you know, yesterday I counted and I told extra woman say, well, you never tell the word.
All right. Thank you for that intervention. I won't keep you on stress. Right? So, ultimate respect for the environment. This one that you got came with that environmental focus. So part of what you do can be selling coconut trees to renew and still destroy the environment. That would not make sense, right? And care for people and our community. Can't be in business and not care for people and community. Okay, so that's our mission, our vision, our values. Want to look at our service offerings. What are we going to send? And I give you a list. It's not of the laws of means and person. And I say, one of the first things we have to learn is that we have limited resources, so much time in the day, so we have to learn to prioritize. Very important. No one can truly be successful, even if you're doing the Lord's business with a lot of things to do. It makes sense. When Christ came to the house of Mary and Martha, she was extremely busy, but one sat at his feet. You have to learn to what? Prioritize. So I have listed here, not of the laws of the means and person. I'm giving you some things to consider. So immediate product and service. Sale of coconut palm trees, because those are the sale of coconut water, but we spoke about it when those trees begin to grow. Sale of shredded coconut oil, or what other products you think are necessary. You notice here, you have at least 4 or 5 things. They may not come all together. You have to know how to sequence what makes sense. Long term would be other things: coconut butter, coconut flour, sale of coconut chips, sale of copra. Doesn't mean that individual persons may not go for something they think makes sense to them, but it's not individual can give the support, but as a group, what do we want to focus on? Am I making sense?
Yes.
And the document here is to guide you so that everybody on the same page. No back-mindedness. And also, somebody work together. Okay? Now, I am going to explain how you make your decisions. So when you start a business, you have your mission, your vision, your values, and what you think you want to be selling. You have to understand the industry. I'm going to explain and discuss what I have here to give you an idea. So I'm looking at the industry and the market potential. What's the potential for the market? It says the market potential for the sale of coconut palm trees and related products in Antigua and Barbuda is expected to continue growing. How do I know that? Because I see all you're bringing in a lot of coconut water every week, and he would not be bringing it in if there was no what?
Market.
Indeed.
And also the commercial buildings.
Yes.
The real estate,
Yes.
commercial and residential.
Yes.
So you're gonna need the coconut
Indeed.
trees itself. For
Indeed.
landscape,
Indeed.
especially the hotel.
Indeed. Indeed. I would buy coconut trees immediately, especially those blue ones. But here is the big opportunity. The big opportunity is no one in Antigua and Barbuda has ever intentionally gone at the national level to say buy these trees. That's the size of the prize. Because if Antigua, for example, has, let's say, 4,000, let's say 30,000 households, and you say, you know what, only 10% of those have a coconut tree. We will, and the tree that grow fast, 3 years you get fruits, that's good. So I see growth. You with me? Guy went to Africa to sell shoes. And when he came back to his boss, he said to his boss, there's no market here. Boss said, why you say that? He said, everybody over there is there for it. And he got fired. And the boss said to the other guy, and he said, this is the best market in the world. He said, why did you say that? Nobody over there wears shoes. Hallelujah. Sell them a lot of shoes. Yes. So you're in a very, and I'm not making this up, you're in a very unique position to make good money with these coconut trees. Because no one, and if you together as a cooperative, get an ABS, we have our coconut trees that will produce fruit in 3 years, and they're resistant to pests and so forth, and it's good for the environment, and they're going to $100 a piece. Sign me up and give me 3 one time. by 4, but it also helps with decoration and so forth and so on to prevent place getting and make your property give you nice curve appeal. So when you have a nice home on the corner and you have a couple of coconut trees, it give you a nice curve appeal. That's why I think the market is huge, right? Market is huge. All right, but we'll work to overcome them, right? Yes. So I'm also saying the palm trees in Antigua and Barbuda are an extremely popular tourist destination. So a lot of the hotels and the beaches, they lost coconut trees, right? Pick up Shalaby, you can sell to the government. Shalaby don't have any coconut trees, you should start some Shalaby. Imagine driving from Hodges Bay and you can see coconut trees. I mean, I've been to places like Santo Domingo and Mexico and so forth. It's just pure coconut trees down the side of the road. It's a beautiful sight. Am I making sense? So you have a good industry. So I'm saying the growth is expected. However, approximately 5 years, I don't know if it's 5 years, may have been longer. Antigua and Barbuda lost a large number of its coconut and similar type of palm tree as a result of the disease. Is it called yellow leaf? Lethal yellow. Right? Now, I'm talking about the industry and the potential. I'm also saying no one supplier dominates the market. All it does is those guys who sell on the street where you don't have one dominant supplier. The industry is made up of many small mom and pop operations with one major supermarket chain responsible for a high percentage of coconut water imported on the island. So you see where you can get a competitive advantage right now, right? Remember, the coconut water has a shelf life as well, right? Price is relatively stable, with a 12-ounce bottle selling for approximately $10, and a fresh coconut cut and open in the presence of the customer sells for $5 each. Market demand exceeds current supplies for both coconut trees and fresh coconut water. I'm describing the industry, the size of the price, right? Consequently, Coconut Queens Cooperative, with over 30 members, with a vast amount of knowledge, experience, and capabilities in the agricultural sector, are well positioned to capture a significant share of this ever-growth market demand for coconut palm trees to increase food security, climate mitigation, as well as the need for more and more coconut water as an attractive and nutritional alternative to sodas and other sugary beverages. Here is the point. There's no marketing that is taking this day around coconut water and coconut products. So there are two ways in which you can grow your sales. On the one hand, produce more to meet demand. And when the market almost becomes really tight, you can talk about coconut water as an attractive alternative to sodas and so forth and sell even more. Am I making sense? All this is written there. So when you want to know how do we grow more, you come and look here. What I'm explaining to you is written here. Go read the document. Are you guys with me? All right. Now, key competitors in the market. So when you look at the business, you not only look at how the market is expected to grow, you also look at the competition to see what they're doing. Key competitors in the market, mainly mom and pops, small farmers, small group of importers from Dominica, some people bring coconut from Dominica and the boat, large supermarket chain with bottled thing, itinerant vendors at public market and high traffic areas in and around St. John's. Competition is unorganized and not organized to capture value or economies of scale. Focus on a single product offering rather than a diversified product. What am I saying? People that sell coconut water today, they're not organized into cooperatives. They don't pool resources. They're just mom and pops. And they don't do multiple things. You have the opportunity to be the wall of coconut and coconut related products. Trees, water, pots, the industry for beverage and so forth. So you can build a brand, build a business. How you differentiate it? It's from the tree to the shop. It's from the tree to pastry. It's from the tree to the tourist. That's how you build a business. Are you seeing the size of the price? You see how big the market is? Yeah. And you have the strategy that you'll be able to work. So what are the key market segments? Every market can be divided into groups. What groups do we have? So we're going to have a set of customers who want to buy the coconut trees. We're going to have a set of customers who want the coconut water. We're going to have hotels who want to decorate their property and replant those trees that they lost. We have coconut byproducts, and I'm listing some: toppings, smoothies, snacks, bakery, culinary cooking with mulching, and but you can't do all at the same time. What you want to do is to prioritize. The low-hanging fruits you pick first. Trees, select. Coconut water. And then when you can get into something else, but these are related markets. Some people may want to go there first. You decide. But I want to give you the size of the price. And I have to say, if I didn't come here and interact with you, I would not have known this. It's by studying what is happening, I understand that this thing is bigger than you could imagine. If you have coconut trees and you push, and you sell trees, and you sell coconut water, and you can produce, and you can produce, and you can produce, you have many markets that you can sell to: toppings, smoothies, snacks, bakery. The bakery is one big category: coconut tart, coconut this, coconut that, coconut this, coconut that. Everywhere you go, it's coconut. You won't have sufficient product to be able to meet this price. So that's the markets that you can go after. In any business, you have to ask what current problems are customers experiencing. I want you to think this way. You're in business not because you have a hobby, but because you see a need that you can make money from. That's what a business is about. So you have to identify the need. Some people say it's a problem. What problem am I having? So guess what? When I was a kid, used to walk from Pickups to Playhall School. You have to walk 3-4 miles, right? After a while, you didn't like walking every day, so they brought in school bus. You could buy a ticket for $2. So they're feeling the need for persons who don't want to walk to school. Am I making sense? You used to have one shop, but now people have many shops in the same village because they're feeling the need. They want convenience. They want it quicker. They don't want to go and waste time. So what are some of the needs, right? You can only identify a need if you know what problems consumers are having. So what are some of the problems consumers are having? Scarcity of supply to meet local demands. Because this was what that is. Scarcity of supply because no one here has enough tree. But I had a friend a couple of years ago called me, said, Garfield, you have contacts. We need to get at least 3,000 coconut trees to coconut place in Barbuda. I called, yes, PLH. PLH is building huge space in Barbuda, right? And they need so many coconut trees, thousands. And they have a guy, but they eventually got some compost people, right? So at the end of the day, you have persons wanting but not able to get. But now you'll be able to sell to these people, right? So current challenges, as it relates to coconut water, I want you to listen very quick, and these are important in terms of your strategy. Low service quality and hygiene standards for mom and pop who make up a large percentage of domestic supply. So when I buy coconut water, it's because I'm a roots fan and I want the water. But if you have differentiated service where nice apron, see the guy who sells smoothie right here at the corner, by Antigua and Barbuda stores, makes a lot of money right there, plenty of money. I said to him, make sure you have a differentiated service apron and make sure you have good hygiene and standards and so forth. That makes a big difference. That is apron, wash his hands and so forth. A lot of people start there. I reckon that guy makes about $200 to $300 a day. With me? I reckon. Right there by the corner. And it's convenient. Why is it convenient? Because you can park and get and go, no lines. And he's there, he makes money every single day. So let's assume he makes $2,000 a week. That's $8,000 a month. That's $96,000 a year. In 4 years, it's almost $500,000. That's the size of the prize out of this little van. So you have a good opportunity to make some money here. Lack of convenience. Listen, everyone, we live in a society today, everyone wants it faster, quicker, easier, cheaper. Faster, quicker, easier, cheaper. Convenience. Can't be convenient for me to leave painters to drive down to Evergreen to buy coconut water. It's not convenient. But if you're scattered around strategically, if I have them in the shop at Robert, oh, hallelujah, let's get to buy. I go to Robert in the morning to buy bread or to buy something I need, and he had 6 coconut water in there. He would get them sold in no time, and he has room in his fridge. Hello, somebody. Are you guys with me?
Mhm.
That's where you have to go. I saw something very interesting. Maybe this is an idea for you. About 3 years ago. Funny, true story, not making this up. I've been here about 5 years ago. In America, they have a lot of coconut trees for decorating purposes. When these Mexicans come in the yard and they clip palm tree, they throw all of their coconuts at the side of it. And me being Antigua and other Jamaicans, we cut them and we drink water, so and we smoke water, right? And it's funny that all of a sudden, the news got out that this thing is very nutritious. And a coconut water you just pick up when you do the landscaping and put all the coconut 200 coconut, you just pack it in the can, pack it in the can. Right now, a 3 or 4 US one. We can use that. I saw something very interesting. Hold on. Biggest retailer. They started selling these coconut water for 99 cents in Walmart, right? Don't know where they get all of that coconut from. So they didn't really taste very natural because they can. But you know what they've been buying them for? They've been buying them to use them in smoothies. So if you think about it, give you an idea. Maybe you produce the natural coconut water at a premium price. And as a cooperative, if you found a good price point to import as a cooperative the cheaper version that they use in smoothie to have a diversified business. Am I helping somebody today? You understand? Because there's a market for it. So I would buy 12, 24 case, and what do I use them for? Give me my smoothie, because I know it's not the real fresh one today. So I want you to think about it. And nobody's watching that space. And I never saw it. It's just one day into Walmart and pop. I said, wow. Sometimes you go and you can't find out because they were 99 cents each, $20 for a whole case. You're gone. Am I making sense? So I'm giving you some ideas, right? So we talked about the market segments, the competition, challenges that customers face. And every time you have a business, say, what challenges our customers face and how can I solve that problem? The next thing we want to talk about is our value proposition. What does that mean? Basically, it means, what are you doing for the customer that creates value that they rather come to you than to go to somebody else? Normally, you compete, price, quality, service, convenience, or all together. But I just told you, the way they sell coconut water today is not convenient. Weekends only, certain parts of the place, not convenient. Yes, not convenient. So you have to look for your value proposition. I'll give you something to think about. So your value proposition is this. One life support. You're going to be providing a broad range of coconut related products and service. No one in Antigua today is selling coconut trees and coconut water at the same time. Are you listening to what I'm saying? So you're going to be able to sell coconut trees and coconut water and other coconut related products that will provide convenience for the consumer. Are you guys with me? I can't go down to woods and buy the coconut water and get coconut tree and get the flakes and so forth one time. I have to make different stops. Yes.
One other thing that I
Yes, my dear.
a lot of the vendors sell coconut.
Indeed, that's correct.
They go and
Buy,
drive it by
yes, yes. So that is where you have a competitive advantage. You have 30 farmers, each of you may have 10 trees, 3,000 coconut every 2 months, and you all bring them together. Are you with me? And that gives you the opportunity to leverage the price. In other words, scarcity drives up what? Price. Drives up price. And you're going to be branded coconut queens with your apron in nice location and so forth. You have advertising, your women, they're going to be supporting you. Good product, good price, great service, nice people, good for the environment. Why not? Am I making sense? Sometimes it's funny. I stop and I drive to buy something that I don't need because I feel I need to support certain people. One day I'm driving up to see about it, right? True story, I'm not making this up. I saw a little lady on the side of the road. And I will never forget that experience. And the Spirit said to me, stop and buy. And I stopped, see what she had, and I bought some stuff. I'm not making this up. And said some things to her. You know, I didn't really need it, but I just feel like I should support it. And the lady literally had goosebumps on her skin. And she started to cry. And I knew that she was struggling. The road was lonely. I didn't really need anything. But I saw as a female person, she was trying to make what? A living. And I'm telling you, I saw the goosebumps on her skin. And I told her, as female farmers, people will support your business because you're female. And they see that you're doing something and they would rather bring their money to you. And there's a God something, good cause. God will bless you. Am I making sense? Very good. So your value proposition, coconut water, coconut trees, and other related products, 5 days a week or 6 days a week, with a highly differentiated branded service and experience that is second to none. That's why if your aprons, coconut queen. Anybody selling your product, coconut queen. Am I making sense? I'm gonna make a commitment that when you're ready, I'll give you at least 30 t-shirts per class. And you will brand them, say coconut queens. That is my contribution. When you're ready. Somebody write that down.
Thank you.
Or into my price. Okay? Right? So that you will say coconut queen on the left chest. At least 30. Just need to get the size and make sure I keep it. Okay? All right,
Thank you.
very good. See how God works in mysterious ways? I never planned that.
So the label, they will what? Jack opener
Don't know yet.
with a crow and she must be stopped.
Well, listen up. Okay, that's interesting, right? So today, let's take a step back. So I spoke to the graphic designer, right? Graphic designer, spoke to this girl, lead graphic designer, logo. And I had a conversation. She's going to send me some concepts and I'll share them with you. But I have to give you some guidance, right? Especially for corporate. And I will say that to them. So when you pay for embroidery of thing, as my friend here knows, the more colors you have, is the more it costs. So it goes by, in the industry, it goes by the number of colors and the number of locations. What does that mean? From printing a t-shirt that says Nike, one color, one location, maybe 60 cents US. If I go one color, two location, front and back, becomes $1.20 US, one color. If I go two colors, I'm doubling the price. Three colors, I'm doubling the price. So the shirt may cost you $5, but because your logo is so complicated, you may end up paying $10, where you should only be paying $5 plus what? 60 cents. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
So if you don't have that knowledge, you could run into different. Not only that, when you print something and you have to print the letterhead, you're spending plenty money and ink. And I can guarantee you, logo is not bringing in money, it's taking money. Understand me? So simplicity is better. I want to give you that knowledge. And it relates to labels as well. Same thing. A label has 5 colors, it's going to cost more than a label that has 1 color. And some colors are complicated because you have to mix colors to get the only 3 base colors. So when you have a technical color, they have to be split a little, to get that color. Am I making sense?
Mhm.
So in your labeling and your design for printing and logo and letterhead, simple is better. 2 bad logos I seen in Antigua, 2 very bad logos. One for APUA, the INET, has 9 colors. One for ACB with that blue and yellow and red and so forth, has many colors. You only see a few because the colors upon colors. And sometimes you have to pay for what they call a flash in. In other words, they have to put a white on the shirt in order to take the color. You don't see the white because it's flash in. So the logo has to be simple. Simple is better. Am I making sense? What's the simplest logo in the world and one of the most popular? Nike logo. It's a Swift and 4 words. No many colors, white or black.
Timberland too.
Timberland too, right? So simplicity is better. So that's good. Okay. So our value proposition, 4 things in which we are offering something new. Wide variety of products, differentiated service, convenience. You can compete in those things because that is not happening today. They're only on weekends. There's a lady, I may have mentioned her before. Drive down where XPZ used to be. And she's there by her lone self, and there's no other commercial property since XPZ has burned down. And this is something we need to learn. There's another one I told you about. She has established her position so you can depend upon her to get 7 days a week. And it's convenient because you can pull off on the side of the road and she never has a line. So she has convenience, she has reliability, and that's what drives traffic. XPZ not there. There's nothing on that road between the road for painters and schools commercially, and she makes good money. It's easier for me to go there to buy tomato and sweet pepper than to drive the Island Provision. Driving into a parking lot going in line to wait for cashier, or going down towards the next one. There's no convenience. Am I making sense? But she also has reliability because she's there every day. So I'm not going to waste my time. So I'm saying to you, to drive a business, you need reliability. You need convenience. You need the product, good service, and the right price point to sell good. And she's a nice guy these days. Hustling, but she's doing well. There must be days when she doesn't make money, but she needs reliability. The coconut guys don't have reliability because they have scarcity of product. They don't grow, they have to go buy sometimes. As soon as they get something, it's all gone. You have a cooperative that can organize each and every one of you, and you should be rich. I should be coming to borrow money from you soon. All right. So that's the value proposition. That's what makes people want to come to us, right? Then we're going to look at who are our target customers, groups. So we have farmers. They're going to want to put some coconut trees on their farm. So when they work hard in the sun, they can pick one. We're going to have hotels who need to do some ornamental and to get some back on the beach. We're going to look at homeowners like myself who have lost coconut trees. We're going to look at resellers and retailers. Hey, here's a funny story. One of the most successful businesses in Antigua, some of the most successful businesses in Antigua are the lumber yards. See where I'm headed? What are they building? Buildings, commercial. So part of your strategy is to have at all points in time 50 coconut trees at Zoom, 50 coconut tree at Bed, 50 at Ryan, 50 at Kennedy's. Anywhere there's a construction retail outlet, your coconut trees need to be there. And it's free of cost. Why is it free of cost? You don't have to pay. And they will buy the coconut trees because they're doing construction to make your place nice. Know somebody. I mean, it's so the same way the coconut tree stays in your yard is the same way you get the coconut trees out. And it's convenient because they come to shop on Sunday, they're buying the kitchen sink, they're buying some paint to decorate, they carry 2 coconut trees at the same. Okay? Those are your target customers. And you're not going individually, going collectively. So you're saying to Mr. Veg, we're members of the cooperative. There are 30 of us, and we have grown these coconut trees that produce food in a very short period of time. It also gives your yard some kind of appeal, make it look nice, good for the environment. You want to leave 200 trees with you. You sell each of them for $120. You take $5 and give us the rest, your corporate social responsibility. And they can't say it. Am I making sense?
Very good.
Picking up in the shelves.
Try somewhere else.
Not rich. All right. So that's the market. No. Almost done. Are we going to go home? Almost done. In business, you always try to see, and everything I'm telling you is written here. Bullet points. You don't have to read and dissect, right? So in every business, you have to seek to find a competitive advantage. Why would they want to buy from you versus buying from somebody else? The first reason why they want to buy from you is because you have a highly differentiated product. What do I mean? Based upon what they tell me, it's very big choice that your coconut trees can produce food 3 years. Is that correct?
So that's it.
All right. So you tell them that that's the same point. 3 years.
Yes, so that's it.
Yes. Yes. So fast growing trees, good fruit, quick. Broad, diversified product range. We not only sell trees, but we do coconut water, we do other things related to coconut. That's a good selling point. You have convenience. I keep talking about convenience and service. You have knowledge and experience. So when you do your advertising, you have Indeed, a big differentiator. Very good point. And right within this room, you have over 600 years of agricultural experience. Am I speaking the truth?
Yeah.
30 times 10 at the minimum is 300 years of experience. No one farmer can, you never live that old, right? So you have over 300 years experience in agriculture. That's a good selling point. Everybody bring your knowledge together, right? Ability to leverage economies of scale. That's the advantage of being a corporate. When you write a nice letter and go to fetch three of you, sit down with him, give him a nice smile. You should be sit down organized. They're organized. We have to help them. And you say it's not costing you any shelf space. It's outside in the open. So that's an advantage. And then we also want to make sure that we have a low operating cost model. That piece is important. So in this document, I'm going to trace with you some things. You don't have any office space. You're going to use office space as is needed and necessary. Cut down costs. You don't have no vehicle. You don't have no payroll because everything is volunteer until you make profit. You can do share. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
It means that you can sell at an affordable price because you don't have all these what?
Overhead.
Overheads. That's an advantage. One man couldn't do this. You'd have to find a truck to go post or do driver, or you can divide and contract because you have credit. Right? All right. So the question is, we have customer target, we have the product, we know where we can come, all services will be delivered. We're going to sell direct to retailers, including hardware stores and all that. We're going to sell direct to products, direct to workers. We're going to have central location and the public market. Central location like CMC, individual retailers, marketing and communication strategy, online, so that you can show them what you have. Picture is worth 1,000 words. Put a palm tree beside the house, put somebody drinking a coconut, right? And then you're gonna have your promotion so that people will know that you have broad range female farmers who came together. People want to support that, right? So let me hurry up. I have 3 or 4 more sections and then we're done. So in a business, you always talk about your objectives, the most important objectives. So what are your most important objectives? 1, you want to produce and sell high quality coconut trees and related products to meet market demands in Antigua and Barbuda. That's your sense of purpose. That's important. You don't have trees, we have nothing to sell. Why are we meeting? That's talk shop. So that's big objective. The next objective is to capture and dominate the market in at least 2 key categories. You must be the #1 seller for coconut trees and coconut water in Antigua. That's a strategic objective. That's what we want to accomplish. For every 10 gallons sell, I want to get 4 gallons of coconut water or 5. For every 100 coconut trees that is sold in Antigua, we want to sell 50 or 60. That's what it means. And you must work towards that. Critical for us, because we are cooperative, to have a low-cost model that I spoke to you about. And critical that you maintain the commitment of members by creating an added value that cannot be obtained as a single operator. That's critical, right? I have no need to come here if I can do things better by myself. And if I'm able to do things better than myself, by myself, it means that you're not adding value. Am I making sense? For the cooperative to stay together, there must be value for us coming together that will keep me here. Am I making sense? That's very important. Other than that, this will die. Keep it alive by ensuring you created value one for another. Continue to build the resources and capabilities of the corporation through grant funding, sale of product, fundraising, and training of members. I'm telling you what you need to do to keep this thing going. Training, so I'm staying with you for 6 months. See grant funding, 20 grant funding out there. There's more. Sell products. Do fundraising. Learn as much as you can for it to practice. That's what we're people together. Fundraising, grant funding, sale of products, training for members. I mean, I bore you here. 2 more sections, then we go. So in this document, tells you who is in charge. It says here, governance structure. So somebody come and ask who in charge, go to the document. It says here, managed by the board of directors, each member has 1 vote. The bylaws dictate policies and procedures. So we have a separate document that is the rules that say how we should behave. And it's also regulated by the FSRC. So you have systems that are built in to tell you how this thing should be managed. Right here. You have to ask somebody. Everybody will get an electronic copy. Can read in your son and say, read this to me and explain. And it's bullet points. It's not the board of directors who own this. No, 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 no. It's owned by everybody. Okay? Board of directors, it's listed here. I'm not going to read that. Provide leadership, identify areas of opportunity right here. So when you become a board member, don't know what to do, tells you what's your role and responsibility. You're a member, don't know what to do, it tells you your role and responsibility as a member. And then finally, ask for some strategic partners. No man is an island. You're going to need people you work with continuously. So you have strategic partners. I've listed a couple. You can always add integrated health. The one who funded this project will always be a strategic partner. Don't turn your back. Keep on working there, right? That's a strategic partner. And then finally, you have 2 pages. One will be cost to start up the cooperative, and one will be profit and loss statement that will say, if we were to do these things, how much money will possibly come in fiscal year 2023. This is essentially the plan with one other section here, or marketing plan. I will tell you exactly what to do for marketing. Very simple. What do we want to achieve? That's the objective. How are we going to do it? That's the strategy. And who the results we want to get and who is responsible. So when you get a document, you get a document that enables you to manage the cooperative and run the cooperative. You want to know what to do for marketing? Go here. Read. You want some clarification? Now, I'm in Antigua and Barbuda still alive, have access to me any point in time. Am I making sense? I'll try to keep it very simple. Total of 12 pages. Small document. I've seen strategic plan, 40 and 50 pages. Don't make sense. No one reads them, no one knows them. Not only that, it has each section. See here, board of members, board of directors, so everyone can be clear, right? See here, profit and loss. I'm do one for you, and then you'll get other. So this is where we are. So I am feeling very happy. I say it all the time. You probably think of this. Say that. I'm not saying that for words. Mean that with all my heart. Glad that I could come and share with you, and you have been most diligent. And that's the reward I get. I get the reward of seeing that I'm able to help somebody along the way. I hope you have benefited. There's no more class, no more teaching. When we come next week, we're going to do some celebration, nice gift, look nice and so on, and take your picture and make you feel good. These documents will be filed by FSRC, and then once the registration is organized, you have me. You have me. As I said, I don't know if I told you, I'll be away for 2 weeks from the 21st until January 4th. I'll be away, but you can always text me. I'm going to be on WhatsApp and my Antigua number in case you need me. But I don't believe you will. But let's work together, bring this to fruition. And I want to thank you for your commitment. May the Lord bless you and keep you and cause His face to shine. And the biggest advice I can give is this: you have children, grandchildren. Some of the things that you have learned today, you share with them. You're not going to remember everything. You're going to remember some things. And if you can help them by transferring this knowledge, I think you'll have done well. So on that note, I want to thank you. Get some time back. It's 7 o'clock, start at 5:30. May God bless you. Unless you have a question.
We have some housekeeping to do before they run out.
Okay, do the housekeeping.
Okay, Mr. Joseph, we do appreciate your teachings for the past few weeks. I am sure we can also that we benefit one way or the other from what has taken place, some of you have been engaged in. Going forward, we will welcome your assistance and we will be grateful for any help that you will, direct our way. As a president, I'm going to say thank you so much. And we look forward to our working relationship in the very near future.
Thank you so very much.
Season's greetings and all the best in the new year.
Indeed. Thank you so very much. And remember, you guys have access to me. You have my number.
Yes, sir.
If you're alone, we can talk about it too. All right? All right.
All right. Before you run off, ladies, we have some housekeeping to do. Now, tomorrow there's an activity planned in Table Hill Gardens area. I'm going to invite Onicia to give us a few insight. Yes, you can answer.
All right. So I see you next week.
Therese,
By God's grace and permission.
Therese,
Right here.
sort out some snacks for me, please. Sort out some snacks for you. They're fruits and sandwiches.
Right here.
Yes, Onicia, as I was saying, I'm going to invite you to give us an idea of what the expectations are for tomorrow, what we should be expecting. Who will be there?
It was a private chat because it's not for everybody, and I had to explain to you. I have explained to you only the person at the plans and then the lead. So this was not to be announced. It was only for the person that has plans.
It's okay.
You remember you sent me a message and said you sent to the so I thought there's a exact message to the lady who have not is I picking them up. I collecting it in everybody, so that's why other people keep on asking. I didn't want to defend it.
Okay, let me clarify. Yeah.
Why? So that's why I'm saying it was only for the first.
Okay, let me clarify. All right, ladies. I'm going to apologize for that breaking communication. However, the workshop for tomorrow are for the persons who have received thanks. Those who have received thanks, their workshop is tomorrow. The other persons, you will get your irrigation system in the very near future. However, that is being organized because it's a completely different setup. So the workshop tomorrow are only for the persons who have tanks and who will be using the tanks, the irrigation system from a tank. Okay? So listen out.
Tanks that were given out by who or tanks in general?
Tanks in general. Tanks in general. The fittings might be a little different, but once you have a tank and you want to run your irrigation system from a tank, you show up at that workshop tomorrow. Okay? And the other persons who are working from different systems, be it whether you're going to be using pumps or you're going to be using your government water system, we'll have a different workshop for that. Okay? So the workshop tomorrow are only for those persons with the tasks. All right? So I hope that clears up any misconceptions anybody has. All right? And we're also going to be in Table Hill Gardens. For those persons from around South area, from Nicia's group, she'll make arrangements to get you there. Right? Those in my area, I'm sure I can safely say all of us will find our way.
It depends.
Depends.
Yeah. I tried to put the direction in the chat. However, it's fairly simple. Everybody know Yasasokana. In Liberta.
Yasoso.
Yasoso. The bakery is not a bakery anymore. It's 50% cost, 50%. Big green building. So instead of making the right go to English Travel, you just take the road straight out. It's not complicated.
Just follow the road, go straight
Just
down.
follow the road straight out the hill. Right.
Okay.
So you follow the road straight. The bottom of the bottom of the road is made to the left. That takes you around to the village, Table Garden,
Okay.
Freeman. When you get to the ball field, you make the right turn after the ball field. Takes you like the ball. Now we have a concrete road. That takes you up
As you
to,
go upstairs, you make the immediate left.
when you get to the follow concrete road, yeah. Whatever you follow concrete road, it's concrete and then it goes into dirt, come up a small incline. They make the first left.
When in doubt, you have a WhatsApp.
I have it already, but
We call
if you
everybody.
use I found that if you use the location, the WhatsApp location, it takes you further. So that's why I wanted to come by the body and make that right turn. So it's supposed
Okay.
to
We'll try.
We'll try.
We'll try. Okay, next housekeeping issue, ladies. The document for FSRC needs the signatures of 15 persons, 15 members. And I have a few names here. So if you hear your name, please proceed forward with your pen, preferably black or blue, to attach a signature to this document. Ava Block, Nicole Brown, Fern Ashley. I don't think Fern is present here. Fern is here or Fern is online? Okay, Fern is online. So Fern, we'll need to contact you to have your signature on this document. Rosalind Charles, Erica Phillip, Erica, you're online also. Tyrell Bowen, I will get to her. Shemaine Rogers, Bridget Barnes, Elise Phillip, Jodian Morgan, Diana Alexander, Dawn Davis, Audrey Joseph, Leslie Ann Colborn, and Debbie Lydiot. Dawn Davis. I see, I have a pen. Dawn Davis signature right here for me, please. And if you can fill in any other information that they ask you for there. Occupation, self-employed? Yeah, I'll put self. Date of birth. It's your first house. If you follow up there, you ask for your first part too. That's it, yeah. That's it. Thank you so much. Diana, okay, you're right above. You have everything. Address. What's in white space?
I heard that this morning. We went to see that for the fire. The guy said they have a boat that's coming on Friday, but they need to get more.
Therese, you can start distributing the snacks. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
For the phone number signature.
So you need to be a company tomorrow.
Okay, that's occupation here. Sign here. All right, thank you. Is Audrey here? Eva? Sign here, please. With the application. Application. Yeah, I think that. What you do?
Your number and your email.
Okay.
Date of birth. They just stressful.
Where's the other side of the straps?
FSRC, they want to have an idea for members.
Oh, the members.
15 members. What is the organization?
Where's more than 50?
Yeah, it's more than 15, but they require 15 for the document to go through. So we just choose 15 persons and yeah, put them in.
You gotta get me there. Yeah, everything.
The date of birth. Signature. That's right in the white space.
I'm going inside here.
The application.
She's right here, baby.
Okay.
She's right here.
All right, thank you. Audrey, right here. Okay, put the address.
Address. Penis.
When we go to the presentation, right?
Date of birth.
01/05/6.
Telephone number. Signature. Occupation.
Let me email me.
Don't.
She right?
Yeah.
Wait, it's close.
Yeah.
Gmail. You understand, right?
Yeah. All right. Okay. You have a pen?
And the grow, trees grow.
Okay, everybody has a hand for fire. Shannon. Okay.
Yeah, little league coconut come down, so and so on, and suppose.
Why don't do the woman in the farm of a tree? Do the woman in the farm of a tree and then put a clump on her head. What make it into a coconut tree?
Exactly, and shape it out,
And
like
then
shape
put
like
a
a
crown.
woman, this is root and she foot,
Yeah.
and this, look, you see a woman shape the tree have there and the leaf and them up there. So if I'll change this into the coconuts and so
tree,
on,
yeah.
and just change the color scheme and make it more simple, that's easy go.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, no problem. Okay. Tomorrow. It will be a video.
Everybody got Shirley.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So safe travels.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
See, when we look
okay, so far, man.
back to it, back to it,
Okay.
back to it.
I did the best again. The 8th.
Machine.
Let's do some mission, please.
Next week, but Mr. Joseph, envelope, you want to know.
Why should I tell you before you left? Let me see. Yeah. Yes.
I'll pull out this again.
December.
Where is about the name?
1962.
If like to have a real
Okay.
fire.
All right, so Shemaine, you have your signature to put on, and we have to find the rest of
I
it.
want to change that. I want to change that. I want to change.
I mean, what depends.
Someone change it and he can come back.
All right, ladies online, we have closed. Chinese bamboo, who are you, please?
Yeah, because I'm IPM.
Okay, hold back.
All right. Thank you so very much, ladies, for attending this evening. We are closed off now. Enjoy the rest of the season. Our next meet, if you're attending the session tomorrow, we'll be grateful to see you. If not, our final meet is on Monday, the 19th. You are required to wear your dandan, dress up. It's a dress up occasion. And we'll be having the video cameras and the photographers and everybody rolling out on that evening. Okay? So be that in mind. And for those of you who can, we'd like to see you in person so that we can enjoy our last session together. Without any further ado, thank you so very much for being with us and have a great evening. And if I don't hear from you again, I'll see you. Enjoy your travels. Those of you who are traveling, enjoy season and all the best for the new year. Have a great evening.